Without further ado, let's get into the panel. Dr. Wenjing Wang and Anna Paskaleva joining us. So it's just a little background here. So in many of the previous presentations by most of the HJT suppliers, including Huasun, the focus has been on cost competitiveness of HJT, and that has been highlighted at the LCOE level. And often it is acknowledged that the technology is on the expensive side compared to its peers, be it TOPCon or PERC in today's times. So the PV market, on the other hand, is slowly adapting the LCOE business model. So we see that the prevalent sales metrics are still in dollars or euros per watt basis. So in today's panel discussion, we will directly discuss this fundamental question that can HJT compete with its peers on cost per watt basis? So Huasun has also come out with a low cost variant of the HJT module. To start with, Dr. Wang, though you are a technical expert, can you tell us, in your opinion, what is the cost gap between HJT and, let's say, TOPCon, the top end as well as the low cost variant?
Yes, the gap between the HJT and TOPCon is reduced very quickly, but right now it's still higher for the HJT than the TOPCon. I think the gap is around 5% to 10%, but it is flexible. The basic idea of HJT solar cell can use lower cost material, such as it can use copper replace silver, to use a lower cost silicon wafer, and to use a thinner silicon wafer. And also it can use less compensation material for module because of the higher efficiency of the cell, and maybe can use a lower BOS for system because of high efficiency of the module. So if the material price increase, the gap between the HJT and TOPCon will reduce even to the zero. It's good example is the price of the silver. In the middle of the last year, the silver price is around 4,000 to 5,000 renminbi per kilogram. But now it is already up to the 8,000 to 9,000 yuan per kilogram. So I think for such as for the silicon material also in the future can increase the price. So I think at that situation, the gap will be decreased.
Okay, that's nice. And with the low cost variant that Huasun has just introduced, I was wondering if you could tell us that, is there any negative impact on the other performance attributes of the product, like apart from power and efficiency that provide better LCOE compared to other technologies, or like in terms of bifaciality, low light response, or temperature coefficient? So how does it work out?
For the lower cost variant, sometimes the cell may be more sensitive to the environment. It need increase the resistance of the water for the module. So we used additional butyl rubber to isolate the module edge. And also the should be careful to additional degradation for some low cost variant, such as low quality silicon wafer. Up to now, we didn't find the negative impact on the bifaciality, low light response, temperature efficient.
Okay.
If I may add something with regards to hello, do you see me? My video is not good, so maybe I'll stop it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm frozen again.
What?
But we can hear you.
But you're able to hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to mention, for the low-cost, so-called low-cost manufactured HJT, this is actually in case when the customer has specifically requested lower power output modules. And this is the case of projects that were initially designed with PERC or TOPCon. And right now, they're actually looking into switching this technology with HJT technology, but keeping the same power output. I'm still frozen, am I? Okay, anyways. So this is a request for a certain, this can be a request for a certain project, because HJT can lower the power output, while TOPCon cannot do the opposite. It cannot do the other way around. TOPCon increasing its efficiency, that physically is not possible, while HJT decreasing its efficiency is possible, decreasing the power output. So this is cases where specifically we've been requested to supply a lower power output modules for all their design project. As we see that the technology is developing so fast that even project owners cannot keep pace. But we see that many of them and more of them are wanting to switch to HJT. And in this way, we're being able to match the price of TOPCon as with the same power output, matching the power output of TOPCon and matching the price. And then the logical question is, then why would someone do that? Why then they just don't go with TOPCon cells anyway, as the original design? Wouldn't that be easier? Well, actually, the energy yield is better with HJT cells, because the current that they've been able to supply is lower, and the temperature coefficient is lower, the bifaciality is better. So all those components contribute to a better performance of the whole project, a better return on investment, lower costs, and high and faster return on investment, basically, for the project owner. So that's why they're going to HJT, even if the power output would be the same like TOPCon. That's what I wanted to add.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you wanted to say something, Dr. Wang?
Yeah, it's right now for the. I don't think I don't know the exactly compare the power between the HJT and the TOPCon. In my factory, for the large size, such as G12 at G12 for the 132, this type of the module, you use the highest cell from the TOPCon or from solar cell from the HJT, the power gap still around 10 to 15 watt. So it's mean high HJT power for same type is still higher than the TOPCon. So it's it can for the buyer, it's for the BOS for system is still low, especially for the Europe or American. So I think this is an advantage, but surely it is also have the gap between for the cost gap, but I think for the lower cost of the material, not so low. It's still a little bit lower than the top end of the module. such as we use the copper silver paste, maybe a little bit lower, even not low. This technology have to improvement, and also for the low quality of the wafer, because for the HJT, we can use a high oxygen density of the wafer. This is not this quality is still good, but just because of the oxygen density is high. This cannot be used in the TOPCon, but HJT use this kind of wafer. Efficiency is not decreased. But if maybe we can use a low quality, such as metal impurity is high, it's not so good, but it will decrease efficiency. But it will make a balance between the cost and the efficiency. So we have to choose the different market for different kind of a module.
Okay. So talking about the cost reduction. So thinning the wafer to reduce silicon costs, because still constitutes a considerable chunk in terms of cost. That has always been the turf for HJT to reduce costs. So where does HJT stand now in terms of wafer thickness reduction?
Right now, the wafer thickness is around, for our factory, is around 120 micro. But we arrived 110 by the end of this year. For the TOPCon right now is still 130. So the price of the chunk right now is not normal. Right now the material is very low. So I don't think it is normal. So the price of the silicon feedstock will go back to the normal price level. But the low cost of silicon wafer is not only mean thinner, but also for low quality of the silicon wafer, such as edge cutting, the higher oxygen density of silicon wafer, and the low purity of silicon wafer. All of these technology can increase the usage of percentage of the silicon ingot, which will reduce the cost of the various material to make during making the silicon ingot.
Okay, great. Also, Anna, I would like to ask you something here. So to my understanding now, Huasun also has started offering a G12R based product, whereas HJT manufacturers have always been strong advocates of the G12 format. So what really changed now? Is it that now the format has found avenues to make it cost effective, or this is in line to compete against the mainstream TOPCon products?
Actually, this G12R, which is like the 2.0 version of the G12 cell, this has been developed specifically to cater to the needs of residential installations and CNI installations, as G12 has been mostly used in utility scale, large scale projects. So now we are trying to also fill in the residential rooftop and CNI market. So this is the main point. And also we have been able to improve the performance of the cell overall, and basically to improve the efficiency of the cell and being able to make a smaller size of modules. This is the main difference. G12 utility scale, G12R CNI and rooftop. Let's say it like this.
All right. Okay, I think we are almost at the end of our time today, but a final question to both of you, and you can keep your answers quick and short. So where do you see HJT technology positioned in the mid-run, let's say 4 years from now, with, because back contacts is gaining share and silicon-based tandem is also set to enter the market sometime soon. So where do you see HJT technology in 4 years from now, from both of you? Anyone can start.
Well, maybe I can start in short, because we're also focusing on this, of course, in the next 1 to 4 years period. Well, we're seeing all over the world the HJT technology becoming the new mainstream on the market, as this has been previously done by TOPCon, overtaking the market from PERC. Now HJT is overtaking the market from TOPCon. And we are seeing it project by project. As I mentioned earlier, any customer that has purchased HJT technology for the first time has never changed their mind later on for the further projects, never mind the size of the project. They have stuck with HJT, they're dedicated to it and dedicated the next projects to be developed, designed with HJT technology specifically. And keeping this in mind, we are going to see that this year, HJT is going to be the turnover year. Right now, we are in this turning point of the solar market, seeing that the new queen, let's say it, the technology-wise, it will be HJT. And in terms of 4 years from now, we are expecting that HJT combined with perovskite or perovskite, as somebody say, some pronounce it, or the tandem cell, they are going to become in mass production with high efficiency, high partiality, and they're going to be also the next mainstream technology in the next 3 to 4 years.
Okay. Dr. Wang?
Yeah, I also made comment maybe in the next 4 years or 3 years or 4 years, I was seeing maybe it's a 20% around for 50-50, I think maybe for HJT and the TOPCon, because for PERC cell already were take off, but for the HJT technology, because it's renewable, it's a brand new technology, not only for the solar cell increase efficiency to decrease the cost, but also for total value chain have to re-establish. So it need time. Maybe this year or next year, the TOPCon will become Main Street, but because for basic logic for the HJT for low cost and high efficiency, I think where the total value chain will establish, the HJT cell will go to the main street of the main strip of the solar cell. So after 3-4 years, HJT will gradually to become main strip of the solar cell.
Okay, I think that's a very nice positive outlook to end the panel with. Thank you so much, Dr. Wang and Anna, for being here with us today. It was really an insightful session for me, and I'm sure for everyone attending. Thank you so much for being here today. And,
thank you.
Thank you too for the opportunity.
Thank you, everybody.
Once again, thank you, Huasun Energy, for sponsoring this webinar for TaiyangNews today. Before we end today's session, let me quickly remind you that all TaiyangNews' latest solar PV technology reports and market surveys are available for free download on our website under the report segment. And with that, we end today's special webinar. We hope to see you all for our next event on our H1 2024 market overview, which will take place end of June, when we will be able to reflect the learning from SNEC and Smarter E Intersolar trade fairs. The date will be announced soon. So till then, keep reading TaiyangNews. Thank you all for your time today. Have a nice day or evening.
Bye-bye.